It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! 80 weapon! 80 weapon!
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Attack, attack!
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
A toss play to Chubb. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's out to Chubb, complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Check, check, walk 54, walk 54. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
First carry for Darius Geis. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. 81.
Now it's Haskins. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Ron Thornhill. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Defense, let's go. Pick it up, dude.
They'll try the draw now with Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Right here. Mike 56.
Now Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment.
Back's mine. Back's mine.
Yellow.
31's the mic. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. 31.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
43, 43, 43.
31's the mic. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, 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 twist. 66. Bullet hot.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
57, 57. Attack, attack.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Shift, watch the shift.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Motion, motion, motion. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Come for you.
Hey, check Mike.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Buddy up. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Haskins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
3 yards. First down, Redskins.
On the ready. 50, Mike, 50. All day, dog. It's free. It's free.
On first down, this is Geis. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 34.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
On first down, it's Haskins. Off to Geis on the screen. And he gets it down to the 32. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Haskins to throw it. Flush to his right. And now Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
All day, just like that.
Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. We're scoreless after 1.
Yellow. Argo on, 80.
Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hey, 43. Hey, 57, 57.
Bang, bang.
Watch the motion, watch the motion.
Check, 55 to Mike. Check.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Like a freight train off the edge. Calais Campbell with a sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
I'm coming after you. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Who's that? Who's that? Is that yours? Is that yours? Who's that?
Hey, 57, 57.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On play action, Haskins. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. And an alley to run. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs 9. They needed less than a foot, and they got a lot more feet than that. Quite a run there on 3rd and short.
As a running back, you love when the defense is stacked near the line of scrimmage. You know it's going to be heavy slogging in the beginning, but if you break free, nothing but green grass ahead of you.
Yep, smooth sailing and a big run because of it. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Geis alone in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
It's going to be a long day. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Hey, defense, let's go.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Paul Richardson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
56 to Mike, boys, 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Check 50, check 50.
36, 36.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. We've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is the quarterback, Mahomes. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
We got 4. We got 4.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
On the double. Mike 50. Mike 50. Watch the run. Watch the run. Switch. Slam. He's checking. Crash.
Third down. Here's Haskins. It's complete to Diggs. Room here to run. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
And there's an example of not taking your practice work, your drill work, and turning it into game speed. You work on that all the time. 3rd and long, You want to let them make the catch, rally to the football, tackle them short of the sticks. The pursuit there, not that great.
Yeah, not great. That may be an understatement. That turned into a big play. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side. Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. His throw incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Snap comes in 1. Now Haskins looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Strong right. Strong right. Hey, 4 down. 4 down. 31's the mic.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001.
2-2. Move.
They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A big play there out of Geis. 49 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Richardson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Richardson. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Chiefs' 14-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Now it's the backup, Rivers. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Let's go one more.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you have to have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Check three, check three, check three. Two by two. Move.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right, that O-line, they got to protect it. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action now. Haskins. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Come on, D.
On the ground, it's Geis. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now Haskins. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Come on, D. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Switch. Heavy.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the 2nd half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
24. Here you go.
Check. Crunch.
Dalton now to pass. They set up the screen to Chubb. Got some real estate inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Regular. Hey, exit.
Let's go, defense.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Motion, motion.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
Watch the flood, watch the flood, watch the flood. Watch the flood, motion, block.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Dalton flushed out right. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Hey, ho, Mike 50. Check. Mike's 50. Watch a slant. Oh.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A big play there out of Geis. Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Hey, watch the screen.
Check Mike 54. Right here.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Jerick McKinnon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 80 weapon. Check 30. Right here. Check.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Take four, take four.
I got him, on me. Switch. Jam.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 46.
Dalton here from the gun. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
At the 19-yard line.
Hands up. Lead.
Hey, eat. There's a party now. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
He wasn't ready.
It's a gain of 11. Brings up 3rd and 5.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Let's go.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Andy Dalton now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Sponge. No.
Operating from the gun, Dalton. Open man is Trey Burton. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
No chance.
Second and 5 now. Dalton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And some room to work.